Hi, welcome to TGN YouTube channel. I'm Jason. Alright, today we will be talking about adding on two NIC cards into the RS3621XS Plus. Alright, the first one would be the E10G21-F2, which has two SFP ports. Alright, you'll see how I've had them inserted. Alright, this is a continuation from a previous video, but the main one will be actually on the M2D20. Okay, because I have had a few requests to show how to actually install the M.2 SSD onto the add-on cards. Okay, the cards itself not only for the M2D20, okay, but you can also do it for one more card, all right, which I will explain later. I'll talk about it. All right, so basically, what are some of the additional precautions that we have to take when we are doing all the cards? Okay, so let's move on to the video. Okay, so from the video you can see that I have prepped the card, the M2D20, alright, but at the same time right now I am actually installing the E10G21-F2, which is the two SFP plus ports NIC card. Alright, so I actually have two empty slots. One of them is being occupied by the two SFP add-on 10G cards. Alright, so you can see here I've actually used back the same screw that came with the NAS and basically secure the unit. Alright, so the next one is we're going to take a look at the SSD. Okay, so similarly this SSD can also be used with the E10M20-T1, okay, which is the add-on card which has a 10G port with the SSD slots. Now in our case here, for this SSD we are actually installing the Nvme 3510-800G. This is the latest update from Synology for the RAM. This is a M.2 22110. It's a much longer one. Okay, it's a much longer RAM. Okay, for all RS model, it is suggested to use the 22110. Okay, do not use the 2280 for the RS models. Okay, remember that. Check through your data sheet and you will go through all the information. All right. So at this point, I have actually put on the thermal paste onto the controller. Okay, you will see the word Phison on the controller. That's a Phison chip. Alright, it's a Taiwanese maker. So the controller requires a thermal paste that needs to be secured on it. Okay, you can see that I have actually previously slot in the SSD, and similarly look out for the hole where you can slot it in. Alright, be sure to follow through on the slot and plug it in. Alright, for me, I would prefer to make sure that the thermal paste is securely firm on the controller itself before I start to secure the SSD. Okay, so for the M.2, what's happening is that I am now screwing in the back end of the M.2. Alright, so this is to ensure that it is firm and secure before I place the whole entire heatsink on top of it. While placing the heatsink, be sure to make sure that the paste, alright, the thermal paste is held securely by the heatsink. Okay, now you see the way I screw, I actually go diagonally. Okay, I actually went diagonal screw to make sure that the heatsink is being firmly held onto the M2D20. Okay, I would say this is like my 10th card that I have actually installed, so I'll be very careful. I have to make sure that I check the alignment and to make sure that the thermal paste is firmly on the heatsink itself. Now, as you are gently holding and placing it into the PCIe slot, okay, on the RS3621XS Plus, be sure that you align it properly. Once that's done, just gently use the thumbs and press the card down onto the board itself. Okay, once that's firm, all right, as you're seeing that I'm making sure that the alignment is there, all right, just to double check. Okay, and from there you can just gently push it in, okay, as you can see, like so, and use the screw that is provided previously, okay, and screw it back on. All right, so once that's done, make sure that there's no other contacts between the cards. Okay, because don't forget, prior to that we actually have another card which is the E10G21-F2 on the card, on the board itself. All right, make sure that there's no contact. All right, and then double check everything again, make sure everything else that's not supposed to be there isn't there. All right, and to be sure that everything that you need to be in the NAS is there. all right, before you close up the nest. Okay, closing up the nest is the same process as opening up the nest, where there's one screw that holds on to the top cover plate. All right, other than that, it's all the same. Okay, so that concludes the installation for the M.2 SSD for the RS3621 SS Plus. All right, if you have any questions with regards to the M2D20 or the other card, which is the E10M, okay, just let us know, write it in the comment section, and I'll definitely get back to you. All right, I have been very glad with all the comments that has been coming on to other videos. All right, I'll try my best to make as many videos as I can. Please don't forget to like and share our video. All right, thank you very much.